Yo guys, it's Captain Thorpe here, and today I'll be doing perhaps the most anticipated video of my channel. I hit last year, the Premier League predictions are back. So without further ado, let's get straight into it with 20th place Huddersfield, because Huddersfield are awful, let's face it. 19th place Swansea, probably won't have Sigurdsson, so they probably won't have a chance of staying up. Even if they do keep Sigurdsson, it's probably their turn to go down. Paul Clement is a good manager, but I can't really see him keeping the Swans up unless they make a couple of very big signings. In 18th place, I've put Newcastle. This is an interesting one because a lot of people have been tipping Newcastle to stay up this season, and I don't agree. I don't think that the team that they've currently got is capable of staying up in such a competitive league. They'll be under a lot of pressure, and they've not been strengthened at all. I know they've got Rafa Benitez, great manager, but I can't really see Newcastle doing better than 18th. They might scrape up, but I think they're going down, to be honest. 17th place, I've got Burnley. Now, I don't think they'll have as good home form as last season, but they might be a bit better away, so it should balance out a bit. They probably won't have as good a season. They did finish quite high last year, but they've got a nice bit of spirit with Sean Dyche behind them, and I think that means they'll just about stay up. Right, in 16th place, I put Brighton, new to the Premier League for the first time, which probably means they'll just enjoy the ride, have a good season, and they'll stay up, low mid-table. And yeah, it's as simple as that with Brighton. I don't really think they'll be under too much pressure, which will send them down like Newcastle. I think they'll have a good time. Chris Horton manager, should have a good season. 15th, I put Watford. They had a lack of spirit at the end of last season, losing the last 6 games, of course. But they've made some great signings, like Andre Gray, for example. And now they've got a good manager. They've got Hull's Marco Silva, who was unlucky that Hull got relegated last season because his job alone would have kept them up. So I think that Watford will do okay and finish another lower mid-table. 14th, West Brom. Yeah, they're boring in mid-table, so they'll come 14th, just moving on. 13th, so another consistent team who consistently finish the mid-table. They've got a reliable manager in Mark Hughes. Shaqiri might have a better season, and yeah, middle of the table for me. Can't really say a lot more than that. 12th place, Palace, another mid-table team. Benteke, Zaha and Townsend up front should be excellent, providing they keep those 3 players. And I can see them doing well next season. And coming 12th. Right, next up, 11th, Southampton. Now, to be honest, Southampton are seemingly nothing without Virgil van Dijk, who has given a transfer request in, hopefully to come to Liverpool, possibly to Chelsea. But Southampton seems to always prove us wrong every year with a solid season, because even though they always sell the best players, they come back, they have a great youth academy, bring in players, and they do really well every season. So they'll probably prove me wrong again, but I'm saying 11th place. Right, 10th place is Bournemouth. Now, signings of Begovic, Ake and Defoe are excellent, and they have one of the best managers in the league, in my opinion, in Eddie Howe, who probably should get an offer from a bigger club. But to be honest, Bournemouth, they had a great season last year. They're going to have a great season again, and I can see 10th place for them. Right, 9th place, I've gone to Everton. I think they'll have a good season by finishing 9th, which is good by their standards. And they've made some decent new signings, but they do lack a good striker now. Moving on, 8th place is the champions 2 years ago, Leicester. Now, they won't have European football this season, so they'll probably make a better start to the season, especially with Craig Shakespeare, a manager they might actually believe in rather than just sacking him straight away. They've also made a great signing of Iheanacho, who will do really well. I think he's a brilliant player. I'm surprised City let him go. But, Leicester have done well to get that player. And overall, I think Leicester will have a good season. 8th place, not too bad. Right, moving on now. 7th place. This is probably the most controversial yet. I put the champions Chelsea. Now, my reasoning behind this one is they've got no squad depth. They won't be as lucky with injuries as they were last season, and of course they've got Champions League football. So I can't really see the team having to be balanced between the Champions League and the Premier League and the other cup competitions, because you can't play your best 11 for every single game if you've got European football. And after their top 11, they have no other good players really on the bench that can contend with the title, so I don't think they've got any chance of getting the title again this year. and I think they'll drop out of the top 4. And the reason I put them 7th outside the top 6 even is because in 6th place I put West Ham. They've made some brilliant signings. They've brought in Chicharito, they've brought in Joe Hart, they've brought in Pablo Zavaleta, Marco Arnautovic. They've done so well, and they probably won't be as unlucky as they were last season if they dropped 22 points for winning positions. Surely they won't be as unlucky as that. But yeah, hopefully they believe in the manager again, and I think they can do brilliant things this season, get into the Europa League and finish 6th place, break into that top 6. It seems to be locked in at the moment. In 5th place we have Manchester United. So I've given them a bit of an upgrade from last season. Of course, Mourinho's second season is normally better than his first, so he came 6th last season, so he'll probably come 5th this season, but I still can't see them breaking into the top 4. Matic, good signing. Lukaku is overpriced but a decent player. And of course they'll have Champions League football for the first half of the season, so then they'll drop down to the Europa League once they get kicked out of the group stage, and they'll have Europa League football for the rest of the season. So they will have European football all season long, so I can't really see them breaking into the top 4 on a domestic scale. Right, in 4th place I put Tottenham Hotspur, a downgrade from last season. They've had 2 brilliant seasons. I think they'll still get top 4 but not quite as high, maybe because of the advances of the other big clubs, but also they've not made any signings and they're playing at this Wembley Stadium, this cursed stadium for them. They've got a great young squad. They've got Harry Kane, so if they can keep him fit they'll be brilliant, but they don't have much depth, and if they're going to put in a sustainable run in the Champions League, they'll need that squad depth, which is what I've been saying for the likes of Chelsea. If they don't have that, they will struggle. But on paper, their starting 11 is the best. Well, it's just as good as any other starting 11 in the Premier League, and I can see them doing well again. 4th place. Right, 3rd place, I've put my team, Liverpool. Now, if we get Virgil van Dijk, we've got a great chance. We've got a chance of even getting the title if we get a big defender like Virgil van Dijk. But certainly we've got top 4. Even without him, I can see us scraping into the top 4, maybe in 4th or 3rd. But if we don't get a defender, we are defensively screwed. We need a big defender to help us out because our attack's brilliant. I know we lack one focal point striker, but we don't need one focal point striker. Firmino does the job of a striker and more, and a cam as well, just like having 2 players on the pitch at the same time. So our attack scored one of the highest amounts of goals in the Premier League, which means I think that we'll be absolutely fine going forward, especially with the addition of Mohamed Salah, who seems to click with Coutinho straight away. But defensively, we have problems. Right, 2nd place I put Arsenal. It's an interesting one. Now they probably don't need to take the Europa League seriously at first in the group stage and probably just play the youngsters. And they do have a deep squad, to be fair to them. Ozil and Lacazette will have a brilliant season. I think Ozil will provide loads of goals to Lacazette. Lacazette will finish, and even if Sanchez's heart not there, they've got them 2 brilliant players. 1st place. That leaves Manchester City. Now, they've sorted out their defensive issues, which cost them last season. And Kompany, if he stays fit for the whole season, he's the best defender in the Premier League, in my opinion. They've already got great attacking options. They've strengthened all the way across the field. And yes, they've got money to burn, but they haven't really burnt it. They've spent it very wisely. To be honest, I can see them winning the league or at least mounting a title challenge, but I do think the Premier League will be much closer this year than last year, so I think it will be close within all the teams. City, Arsenal, Liverpool perhaps mounting a title challenge. I think it should be a great season, but I think that Manchester City will win. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already to Captain Thorpe. Leave a comment down below if your predictions do agree with me, do you disagree with me, and I will catch you later. Adios.